The three remaining categories of boat fall into what's known as Class 3. This is subdivided according to engine size, with the biggest being 4 litre. These boats will be racing in the first of 2 heats which will decide the European Championship. They'll also be competing for a local championship. By now, the Class 3 boats had started racing on the same course, in amongst them the 4 litre boats who were competing for the European Championship. For the local spectators, this race held special significance because a local man was competing. Dave and his navigator, Steve Lajoie, managed a 3rd place in a boat which is now running on older engines than most of the competition. With Class 1s and a variety of Class 3s running, the rough seas took their toll, and only 15 of the 29 starters ended the race. The racing was spectacular, though.
And so at the end of the first round of the 4 litre championships here, of course, 2-heat championship it is, and it's Richard Strutton who's got away from Jeff Purves in hospitality, and Richard Strutton rounds the final mark into the home straight, some 200 metres or so to go, and Richard Strutton with his navigator Paul Hicks absolutely delighted with that. And in second position then, with about 1/4 of a mile to go, Jeff Purves and Dave Andrews. And Jeff Purves, of course, that superb second lap to his race when he got past Richard Strutton. But along the way, Richard Strutton found something extra. But Jeff Purves knows even in a 2-race championship, there's an awful long way to go. And in the flatter conditions that are forecast for the weekend, on Saturday, he may be able to pull these points back. He's got 300 points in the bag. He's preserved the boat, he's preserved the engines, and knows that he will fight again when they regroup on Saturday. So Jeff Purves then takes the line and 300 points.
The next race was for Class 3, and again this is subdivided according to engine size. Leading off were the 4 litres who were on the final heat for the European Championship title. Richard Strutton was favourite after winning the first of the 2 heats, and his short, sharp getaway showed he meant business. But first he wasted time going back to a missed marker, and then the engine tie bar came loose. Local hope still rested on Dave Trotter and Steve Lajoie in Magician 4, and although the calmer waters of the second heat gave the catamarans the advantage, this monohull still led the way on rougher sections in the early stages. D31, the Yamaha-powered Argo Cat of Jokinen and Kotisoja, had come all the way from Finland, but they were plagued with problems in both heats and never finished a race. There was better luck for the other 4 litre Argo, D66. Korja and Lepenin gained a 4th in the first heat and ran 2nd in this race. There was no catching Jeff Purves. His only serious rival, Richard Strutton, was now out of the running.
And so the final turn for Jeff Purves. 3 laps completed, over 70 miles in that time. Some rough conditions, but the man in the 25-foot dollar hoop Hicks cap, with Dave Andrews his navigator, the former world champion 2-litre navigator, of course, has driven an impeccable race. The boat comes to the line. He's going to cross it in about 100 yards. I'm sure there will be celebrations aboard. He has 400 points, of course, with the 300. 700 is enough. He's in 1991, a European champion.
Your boat,
Pardon?
your boat?
It's not ready.
Not ready?
All night they fuck it about and not ready.
Not ready.
No.
What have they been doing all night then?
I think they go on the tent and they go on the piss.
Oh. You got your boat in the water?
No.
The race has commenced, and I can see Prevost Stainless Steel, R&R Motors, Yamaha Argo, they're all up there. Magician 4 on the outside line. Hospitality Inn is in the centre there, but moving out very, very fast indeed is Prevost Stainless Steel. 32, Richard Strutton and Paul Hicks. Hospitality Inn lying second, Jeff Quayles and David Andrews, and the battle indeed is on. The Argo 23 Catamaran is also there with Yamaha Argo, and Magician 4 as the back marker at the moment, and they're moving straight off onto their first lap, which will take them a mile and a half off the south coast of Guernsey. The Turnboy will take them then right up behind Stark to Blanchard. But as I look, Hospitality Inn is in second place. Prevost Stainless Steel leads. So, going off now towards the south coast of Guernsey, and Magician 4 there is just pushing for fourth position. So the 5 boats in contention for 4 litre are on the way, and the start boat now returns to collect the second start, which will be the 1.3, the 2 litre, and the national production class. What a lead already. But the start boat, the Thunderhawk, the 43-foot Sunseeker of Nola Tissier has lined them up now, ladies and gentlemen. The cruisers are right on the inside, the 1.3 and the 2 litres are further out, and we're now looking at quite a race indeed. The 4 litres go off into the haze, the yellow flag is raised aloft, and the water that's going to be pushed out from these little craft that are so close together is going to make things a little difficult to pick some of them out. The yellow flag is still aloft. The start is not satisfied yet. They're coming in now, 1.3, 2 litre national production class. Towards the castle, they're lined up in a straight line. We're going to be looking out for that little Argo Cap from Guernsey in 1.3. Peter Wilson in 7 up. And they're coming up now towards the start. They're still holding a yellow flag. He's not happy with their position yet. They're passing. The green flag is up, ladies and gentlemen. The race has commenced. 1.3, 2 litre national production class are underway. I can see Hump and Atlas computers in the cruiser class there. I can see the boat I said look out for, Redis Space, is also right up there for the 1.3 litres. But the water is getting thrown off and it's very hard to pick them out. I can see the boat of Flippin' Choice, the cruiser, is pushing here in second place. Hell's Angels is there also, but up in front is Spalding. The boat we haven't seen yet is right alongside of Hunt and Atlas computers. And as they go off now towards the south coast, and they're going to do exactly the same lap as the 4 litre boys, right behind the back of Stark. We'll have to see what conditions prevail them there. The water at the start doesn't favour the Argo Cats with the wash in front of the other boat, but as they spread out along the course, they're going to be picking up speed all the time. So, start 2 is finished, and also start 1 are well on their way past. But ladies and gentlemen, pulling up to the Turnbull of St Sampson's or St Peterport Harbour now to complete lap 1 here this morning is the Guernseymen Dave Trotter and Steve Lajoie. I reckon a cheer from the crowd is deserved for them. What a performance on lap 1 for them. In Magician 4, D33 leads on lap 1 from Hospitality Inn in second place. D6, Jeff Purrs and David Andrews. And in fact, as they come up to the line, it looks as though Hospitality Inn is closing the gap now in the calmer waters. And David will be looking for the outer legs of the course to assist them again in pulling back. But there's away from the Magician 4 rig. And what a performance, ladies and gentlemen, from the local boys there. They're going down there side by side. Hospitality Inn is just pulling past in front and going down towards the Martin's Point, which will now take them up to the Gullier Passage, 50.8 miles an hour for Dave Trotter and Magician 4. Hospitality Inn 50.75. So the speeds are down, John, which proves the conditions further out.
Yeah, I suspected that it would probably be quite rough out there, but I think Jeffrey Purvis and Hospitality is driving a sensible race. He's not overtaxing it.
Coming through now for third place in the 4 litre, the man that made the mistake is coming through. Prevost Stainless Steel is moving in past the start and finish line. A wash in the finish post from the 2 litres in doing so, but pushing hard, he's going to have to push hard. He's done 3 miles behind the leader, so a massive mistake must have been made by him as they're going past us now.
Problems we had in Norway in the World Championship, where he could have won that, and engine problems let him down.
Yes, Hospitality Inn going past
Hospitality going very well indeed. It'll be interesting to pick up his lap speed. And in fact, interesting information coming through now that in fact Spalding is only a matter of 0.3 miles an hour behind our Hunter's Atlas computers. Hospitality Inn is up to 55.44 miles an hour as an average speed, 61.85. The conditions are suited him round the back of Stars, and I know that David will be wishing that he could go off down there for the last lap and hopefully close the gap on Hospitality Inn, but the distance now is well over a mile from first to second, and we can see the third place boat coming up fast. But we've got faith in the man that's done the job for Guernsey. Ladies and gentlemen, he's taking a turmoil off the harbour. He's moving back in now, the 25-foot twin-engine Phantom, the big black hole of Magician 4 D33. Dave Trotter and Steve Ladgewell, Dave, the ex-European champion from 1987 with Mark Stovin, holds second place here today, third in Heat 1, and I think a cheer is deserved for the man. His arm goes in the air, holding second position for Guernsey. Magician 4, what a performance he's putting in that boat. So we've got a change around here at the moment. We haven't got Petra. Petra is not the boat that's with us. That's definitely an Argo, and we'll be picking that up in a moment as they come past us here. One of the Argos is coming. Yellow Cat taking it wide now and holding third position. It's quite a surprise not to see Petra stainless steel up there, actually, isn't it, John?
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been Richard Strutton, but maybe something has happened, he's got a problem. But this little Argo, obviously it's flattening out because he's going faster and faster, although I can't see him catching Hospitality Inn in the length of the race we have left.
Well, that's right. In fact, Hospitality Inn is really assured of the European Championship now because no sign of Petra stainless steel, and even if he comes around now, there's little chance of him catching up with the two leaders and passing even Magician 4, but the Argo 23, Catamaran in third, D66, holding third position now and really pushing hard. Risto Korjap and some sort of problems here with Petra.
Well, yes, it looks weird. He's down to one motor, so well, he's going very slowly indeed. I'd be surprised to see him complete the course.
Well, that's right, and I imagine he'd like to complete the course because that would have, to finish in the position he's in now, I think working out quickly would actually give him third overall, and I'd imagine he'd like to continue if he possibly can. But he's got 21 miles still to complete, and we'll just have to wait and see on that score exactly what's happening. Looking out there,
This would be very slow.
so it's really a matter of him trying to finish for points to gain third position there today, which will actually benefit. So Spalding are coming through for the national production, Peter Armstrongs and Jerry Hutchins. But look out on that course, ladies and gentlemen, the boat that is coming through to take the flag for the cruisers is Spalding. What an effort they put in, excellent to see them do that. But out on the course on the last turn buoy now, we have got the boat that is going to be European champion for 1991 here in Guernsey for the final round. Second in Heat 1. They're coming in now to win. Jeff Purse, David Andrews, the big 25-foot Catamaran, Hospitality Inn, has performed absolutely superbly out there today. What a performance they put in. They're coming in now, out on their own, nobody in contention. A round of applause to them. Well done to Hospitality Inn, European champions 1991. And John, they're going to be over the moon.
I can hear the champagne popping already.
That's absolutely excellent. So nice to see them out there doing so well. We had confirmation that Argo 23 was in second, and in fact 62.46 miles an hour on the last lap. So not as fast as they could have gone, John, but you know, conditions there must be a bit of swell out there, but they've done very well indeed, and
I think they were holding back a little bit. I mean, they've got such a huge lead. Here comes the Argo Cat now.
Also in the boat, going past us now. Going into the last turn, very wide indeed. The Marine has spotted him and moved. Monitoring the course absolutely superbly. And look how this boat goes, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you still with us here watching the race, they literally just skim the water as he comes in, but not enough to catch Hospitality in. He'll have to be happy with second and fourth on Thursday. The arms in the air, they've got to please with that. They've come a very long way, John, to enjoy the European Championship in Guernsey, and have got to be pleased really with that, a fourth and a second. So 4 litres so far, for those of you listening on Euro Power FM, the situation for those of you across the whole of Europe. The European champion is going to be Jeff Purrs and David Andrews with Hospitality in D6. With second place at the moment, D66 just finished Argo 23 catamaran, and the boat that is coming in for third position and deserves an absolute loudest you possibly can cheer for the 4 litres. It's going to be Dave Trotter and Steve Lajoie, Magician for the Guernsey boat, coming in. But just prior to that, we have got coming in front of us now the catamaran for 2 litre is one of the boats further down, which we're picking up in front of us now.
1.3.
1.3 catamaran, sorry, but we're looking now. Could we have a cheer, please, for Magician 4? The Guernsey entrant, please. Dave Trotter and Steve Lajoie finishing in third today, third on Thursday, and without being able to quick calculate the points, there's a possibility we could have a runner up there for the European Championship. We'll work the points out back at the tented village, but what a performance.
This is the team, this is the driver here, and I'm with the throttle and it's sea navigate sometimes. There's the boat in the background, and it's broke down. So we're not going to race today, and that's it. We're all off to the pub.